Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Jurassic World Owen and Blue, the Velociraptor. That's right, you guys might remember from the first Jurassic World movie, Owen trained raptors, and Blue was one of those raptors, so it looks like he's returning for the new film. We got this very cool little 2-pack out on store shelves right now from Mattel, and I had to have a raptor, and thought it'd be a good idea to pick up at least one of the action figures as well, just to check them out, so here we go. As you can see, they kind of come in that same open style box packaging where you get a good look at the raptor. I actually really like the way they kind of styled the package where Owen is still in a blister bubble and he's attached to a piece of the cardboard, but the way they kind of have it like not attached to the back of the blister, it's really interesting. It just gives it a very cool overall 3D look to the packaging, so it's really, really cool. So let's go ahead and just pull these guys out of that box and get a good look at the figures within. So, dinosaurs are awesome. Let's go ahead and move Blue off to the side because I do want to focus first on the action figure for Owen for anybody that might be interested in collecting the figures for the Jurassic World line. So these figures are in that smaller scale. You can see, if I'm not knocking them over all the time, bringing in the tape measure here, they stand right at that 4-inch mark. And overall, it's a pretty decent looking likeness of the character. Now, if we look real close in there on the head sculpt, you can see it's a pretty good sculpt, looks pretty good. The paint deco is okay. It could definitely be better, but it's not bad by any means. It actually does a pretty good job of looking like Chris Pratt as the character from the films. So there's not a ton going on as far as the articulation, but there's enough here. So I'll show you that real quick. You can basically just turn the head left and right. It doesn't really have any up and down movement. The arms are jointed on those ball-like hinges there, so the arms can go outwards, forwards, and backwards. We do have nice bends at the elbows, but there's nothing else there as far as like wrist swivels or anything like that. We can rotate the figure side to side at the waist. We do have nice hinge joints at the thighs, so look at that good range of motion there for forwards, backwards movement, as well as out to the sides. You can swivel at the knees, as well as bend at the knees, but then there's nothing in the ankles or anything like that. So these are definitely not like superposable figures, but it's a pretty adequate amount of articulation, I'd say. And overall, the paint deco is pretty good. It's a kind of a plain paint deco. I mean, there's not really a lot of detailing or anything going on there, but still it's a decent looking figure. He does come with this little wrist guard, which I don't know if that's like, I kind of imagine it as like an arm guard for like, you would think of like a dog biting. So maybe this is for like, when he's training the raptors for them to bite. This is removable. So you could pop this off and you could put it on either one of his arms, whatever one you want to. It actually came packaged on the left arm. I've already swapped it to the right arm. So you could do that however you want to. So, let's take a look at Blue. And first of all, you can see the scale of these guys side by side. Looks pretty good as far as where the raptors should be compared to the humans from the films. And we're going to go ahead and move Owen off to the side so we can get a better look at Blue here. So Blue has got this very pale gray going on there. There's not really a lot of shading or anything. I would have loved to see maybe some dry brushing or something to really bring out the sculpted details, but I get it. It is kind of, a kid-aimed line, not necessarily a collector line. I still do really like the blue markings that are coming down the side there. They actually have a bit of a gloss tone to the markings, so it's a little bit shinier compared to the matte finish of just the gray plastic used on the figure. And you can see it does kind of lighten up on the belly, and that definitely helps a little bit. Also, the bottom of the foot, hey, the JP mark. So there's a little Jurassic World logo. All the dinos in line also have this. This is for an app. I think the apps can scan it and you get like information on the dino. So that's pretty cool if you're into the app technology stuff with your toys. So articulation wise on this guy, he's pretty limited because he does have an action feature. So the head is on a nice swivel there with a hinge joint at the neck. So you can swivel the head side to side for that cool kind of cockeyed look there. But you can also move the head up and down with that hinge joint. So that's a pretty good range of movement there. Of course, the mouth does open and close. Essential for dinosaur toys, I always say. So that's really good. So we can look like we can get them in some attack poses. You got the same kind of hinge joints at the arms, the shoulders there. So look at that. You can swivel the shoulders. You can move the arms outwards and inwards. But that's all we're going to get as far as articulation there goes. And the tail doesn't really swivel or anything. This is locked in place back here so it doesn't move. So the legs are part of the action feature. So you'll notice that they're kind of like the spring-loaded thing. So really, this is the only way you're going to get to pose the figure. So don't expect to get a lot of super articulated poses out of this guy. But this is the action feature. Let me show you. He's got a pouncing feature. So we'll go ahead and put Owen here. Basically, you're just gonna position your raptor like this and press them downwards, so it almost looks like they're just sitting on the ground, which is pretty goofy looking. But when you let go, they spring upwards and attack. That was actually pretty sweet. Let's try that again. Owen, you stay in a position and oh, hey, he did a trick. He jumped up to his feet. Here we go. So that's pretty cool, actually. So cool, fun little action feature for the kids. You can do some fun little attack poses. There we go. You can't do it while they're standing, and that's what I kept trying to do at first. You definitely, oh, that was awesome. You have to do it where it looks like they're sitting on the ground. So it's a little funny looking, but there's no denying that the action feature works really well, and they do get that very cool pounce. So that's it, my friends. That is a look at Blue and Owen. It's a new 2-pack, part of new Jurassic World toy line from Mattel. These are starting to hit store shelves right now. There's a lot of cool dinosaurs out there, so happy hunting, my friends. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom reviews. Until next time.